back again here with the Los Angeles Angels. I told you guys we were not done with this series. Just going to post it a little bit slower here to see if we can defend our World Series championship from last year. And as you can see, spring did not get off to a good start, man. I mean, 10-17, but it is a time where we test out a lot of our depth. You know, basically a lot of guys that are just basically fighting for bench spots. Pretty much the only time that the starters plays like that first 5 games. Outside of that, it's basically the rest of everybody else. And so here are some of the stats from spring training, and I was very, very impressed by a lot of our returners coming back, but more so impressed by our rookie here, leading the team in hits with 23 of them things. He's got 95 contact versus right, 75 versus left, and 72 vision. The defense is what mainly needs work, but as a starting DH, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs, and 2 stolen bases. That'll get it done. We had a lot of power this spring with Matt Shaw showing up with 4 home runs, Nolan Henry backing up with 4, Andrew Benintendi, new free agent signee, gets 3 with 9 RBIs, Robert Hassel III, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs as well. So I was very impressed by the team. I mean, we only had 3 guys that didn't hit or 4 guys that didn't hit a single home run all spring training, and then 2 guys that had double-digit RBIs, of course, being Henry and Tobias. So I think this team has a lot of good growth that it can go on. I mean, the averages were fantastic, and on-base percentage even better. We got 4 guys hitting over 300 with the 400 on-base split to go along with it. So I think the bench gets a lot stronger with guys like Max coming off the bench, Esteury Ruiz, but also the starting lineup, same one as last year, just kind of adding a rookie into the mix to take the place of Christian Yelich. And I think with these numbers that he showed through spring, he will be able to do so. So we were able to go ahead and clear things up, get our Grim Reaper sights out, and figure out who we were cutting down, as we're seeing a lot of impressive feats from a lot of our top and usual guys. Unfortunately here, Nolan still had 4 errors at first base. I don't know how, but I mean, 68 fielding will do that to you. But one thing I did notice is there's not a whole lot of fielding first basemen here in the league anymore. So I mean, that might just be a hard spot to kind of cover. Pitching wise, we did have a lot of guys kind of come in and really strike guys out a lot. Hunter Barco, 21 Ks in 18 innings. Chase, 20 and 21. Jose Hernandez, 19 and 17 in the third. When it really comes to pitching, there's not too much to look at. I mean, you can kind of look at ERA, but innings pitched factors into it. So we have 3 guys here with zeros, but combined between them only pitched 5 in the third. Brock Burke is where it really stands out, though, at 10 2/3 with a .84 ERA. So instead, I decided to come look at just earned runs given up and just look at innings pitched. So Jose Hernandez here, 2 and 17 in the third. Hers, 2 and 16. 2 and 13 for Samuel there. 2 and 13 there for Luke Little. So a lot of guys pitched pretty well here. And I think it was very obvious which ones weren't going to stay up here, especially by like the home runs allowed numbers. So you see George and Walbert still not ready to come up here. 5 home runs and 4 home runs. 4 home runs even at 5 in the third is crazy. So we're going to go ahead and make our cuts and shrink this 40-man roster down to just 26. First, we're going to go ahead and move Christian Moore, who did pretty good at 231. Just not quite ready for the show just yet, but I think he's getting close finally. So we're going to move him down to AAA to see if he can ball out down there. And then Alexander Canario, just too much room in the outfield. I feel like I wanted to move him down too as well, get some more growth down to AAA. Pitching-wise, George Glasson, he will be going down to AAA to start off this year. Not quite ready for the show just yet. We'll also be moving down Hunter Barco down. The ERA was just a little too high from where I would like to have him up here. We're going to move Chase down to AAA too as well. ERA was just high for him. Walbert definitely is going down to AAA, maybe even AA with how badly he's been playing here recently. He might not make it to the show. Over to our relievers, Sam Bachman. We have to obviously outright him down to AAA. And this is where we're going to have to start kind of designating guys for assignments. We're going to send Cecil Kendrick down to AAA too as well. But guys like Holderman here, he's going to have to get DFA'd and then sent down to AAA. So we're going to hope that they clear through waivers for something like this, which I don't think anybody will claim a reliever this early into the season. So it's good that we're doing it now and not middle of the year. We're also going to do the same thing here with Hans Kraus. We're going to send him down to AAA. Victor Gonzalez will be our last send down here, getting DFA'd here first after we have to send him down to AAA. But of course, that won't be all the moves here. We're only down to about 29 now after this move. I believe. Yeah, 29 out of 40. So got to make some trades here. So Trey Lipscomb, we're going to trade him and Nick Jones for a mid-tier starting reliever here, Xander Muth. Pretty good per nine starting out, but at 22 years old, still plenty of room to grow those per nines and get them up higher. So thought that could be a pretty good young project to help bolster our starting pitchers. So we're going to make that move because we're also going to send away Esteury Ruiz here too as well. I know his speed was crazy, and I thought this was going to be the year we finally got to see it work, but I see a younger option here in Roman Anthony at center field, who, despite being a center fielder, I think he actually could be our potential replacement in right field. So we're going to send them also Caden Dana to go and move some movement out of our starting pitching rotation. As we look at what their potentials are, Xander ends up being a 75, but Roman a 95 potential. So with that being said, I actually moved his position to right field, and we're going to actually move Sal Frelick, who we have played center field more than anything. We're going to actually move him as well and make his primary position just center field. So I think that what we can get out of Roman would be a potential movement replacement for Mike Trout if he starts to slip up, or just in the future in general. I think we have our Mike Trout replacement now. So this will be what the final roster looks like here at the major league level. Sal, Tobias, Henry, Mike, Logan, Nolan, Zach, Carson, and Matt. And then on the bench, we have Max Schumann, Victor Carantini, Roman Anthony, and then Robert Hassel III to kind of back up first base and outfield. So kind of all positions are covered here. Even Logan has a backup position in the infield, so that's covered. As far as our rotation, we have Logan Gilbert, Christian Javier, and Tanner Hoke, our new additions, and then Reed Detmers and Samuel Aldridge, with Jordan Wicks, DJ Hurst in the bullpen, Yaneri Cano, Hernandez, Burke, Little, Joyce, and Romano. So I like where the team is set up to be, and as we just traded with the Rays, we have them in the very first series and then Baltimore in the second home series. So could already be seeing some old talent here. I wanted to just quickly check out, do they have Esteury Ruiz making the major league lineup in Tampa Bay? Because that would be very interesting. First game, we already get a revenge scenario here. So I scroll over to Tampa and I see Victor Robles. I don't see Ruiz anywhere here, not even on the bench. No, I see a rookie starting in center field, and they have Ruiz down at AAA anyway, so didn't even work out. One last trade here before we go and jump into the first game. Our trade with the Orioles. We're going to go get a first baseman here, Franklin Kern, who is a defensive first baseman, at least in his fielding. His arm is bad, but fielding is good, so maybe that can help us out in the future, not get errors over there. Hitting's in good spots at 60s. So we're going to trade away Cody Freeman, one of our lower tier first basemen, but really the main prize here is Kevin Coach, 23-year-old B potential closing pitcher for them, helping them get some more back-end relief and give them somebody to kind of develop to be a future closer for them, as we have already too many guys there as it is right now. Look at that, BAAB, one of the best position groups I think you'll see on any team. And here we are, man, with opening day here in Anaheim as the Los Angeles Angels looks to bounce back from a World Series victory, shake off some of that celebration rust. And we got a pretty good opponent here today with the Tampa Bay Rays. Good way to start the season with something nice, calm, and easy. Nothing too hard or too difficult here. And we're just looking to kind of get through the season very quickly. You're not going to spend too much time on a whole lot of different things, and you guys will see how fast even today's video goes. Normally we would spend it just all on opening day, but we have a lot more action here planned for you guys than just that. Now, getting things kicked off here, our rookie here looks to be a team lead in 3 of 6 categories, average, on base, OPS, and WAR, as they have us projected to be the second team in the AL West, getting 91 wins. Mike Trout hitting 32 bombs, Pierre 92 RBIs, and Zach Neto actually leading the team in stolen bases with 25. Doesn't even have the most speed on the team, but somehow he's up there. And our new ace, after back-to-back years of Aaron Savale getting the opening day started, is now Logan Gilbert. Big free agent addition, signed up for a little over $30 million a season for the next 6 years, I believe, 6 or 7. That's how long his contract was. So we're going to look to have him around here for a while. He was 31 years old, so he's definitely still in the prime of his career here in baseball terms, at least. Definitely not in football terms, but looks like he hasn't missed a step from last year as he goes and strikes out his very first batter here at home, looking smooth, settling into the new uniforms. That was a great curveball too. Great movement there on the outside edge, getting Victor Robles to chase that. And as you saw down below too as well, Mike Trout coming up on some big milestones here. He's coming up on his 400th home run. He's just 20 home runs away from that, and he's getting close to his 3,000th hit here too, as well. As we also down below are now the best farm system still, with 8 out of the top 100 prospects in a $350 million evaluation. Looking at the AL playoff predictions, you see the Mariners are listed as the best team in the AL with 94 wins. Orioles got 94, Tigers with 86. We're the best wild card at 91. Then you have the Stros and Yankees at 88 and 87. So they have us as the 4 seed right now. Coming off last year, I guess they didn't like a lot of the moves or additions that we made, even though I think that we really bolstered this starting pitcher even more and put ourselves in a great spot if the offense can just produce like it did last year. Now, Taj Bradley will be our first test of that. It won't be easy, but we've got plenty of speed at the top, and now you add Tobias Logan in behind him. I think that's really the only question mark is, can he make up where Yelich left off here? Freely at the plate, getting his first swings of the year. Batted .250 last season, was a very key part in that postseason run, getting a lot of those bunts down later in the postseason when the bat really wasn't working, whether it was to get on base, to steal around, and force across the only run of the game or whatnot. It was a huge help as he swings and misses in his first at bat and brings up the rookie DH Tobias Logan, coming up for his first swings here at the majors. And it's up against Taj Bradley here. And he's got a very interesting windup there. So he kind of swivels the bat around before bringing it all the way around. But his swing was smooth. And you can see there the 70th best MLB prospect, 5th at second base, and actually the 8th best at the majors. And you remember it said we had 8 top 100s. So he's our worst top 100 person. And he's at 70, which is very impressive. And the fact that he's the one that's actually at the major league level is even more impressive. But first major league hit, there will be a base hit out to center field. We know we got to recover that ball back in his first at bat too, first inning playing. He's able to get a hit off the very first couple of pitches that he sees. And with him coming up too, yeah, we actually are in a great position here too to go 3 straight years of having a rookie of the year on the team. First it was who we see now popping up to left field, Henry Pereira. Then last year's rookie of the year with Carson Williams. And now we have a chance here with Tobias Logan. So runner at first here for Mike Trout. We're going to test out the speed of Logan here. Throwing down, the throw will not be in time. Sliding in there safely with the 65 speed too. It's not like he's got crazy. It's 65 speed. It's not like it's anything crazy, but he gets our first stolen base of the year. Looks like he's already taking the lead on that. As we swing and miss down low with Mike Trout. Going down 1, 2, 3, 4, and we go back to Logan Gilbert. Here's his first game. I just kind of want to highlight how Logan Gilbert does through his first time through the game. Now, what I really did is I kind of played through just the first at-bats with everybody getting at least one at-bat through the whole lineup. But we've seen just about everybody. The only new person is Tobias Logan at DH. Outside of that, the only new thing that we did do is in our infield. We moved Zach Neto permanently now, or at least for right now. Moved him to second base and moved Carson Williams to his original spot at short. I just thought he played a lot better defense there at short, and I wanted to see how this does for us, maybe in terms of errors with Zach Neto playing closer to first base. Maybe the fielding gets a little bit better. That's going to have to be something that we check on and see. It's Logan here facing off against Strickson. Profar. That four-seamer was working today. The break on his pitches was great. The control was great. You see that curveball right where I need it to be. Strikeout to end the inning here. And this was pretty interesting for them. Theo Gillian leads them in 5 of 6 categories, including WAR. And keep in mind, he's on their bench. Remember when we looked at their lineup, he is actually on the bench. He didn't play in this game at all. He wasn't in those first 6, and he's not about to be in these last 3 here that you see. He is not in the lineup at all, but he's somehow going to lead the team in 5 of 6 major categories, including average, WAR, OPS, homers, RPIs. And we get back-to-back stolen bases to show maybe why he needs to be in the lineup here as Aiden chops us on the ground to Nolan. And that's 9 up, 9 down for Logan in his first ever at bats in an Angels uniform. So now we kind of go up to the simcast here, get through the game a little bit quicker here to see if there's anything that comes up later in the game. See how the rest of the game goes there for Logan as Henry gets a double there, but we're not able to score him around. They get their first batter on first base there. We get out of the inning though, right behind it, 1, 2, 3. Nolan getting on base here for us. Then Zach Neto with the fielder's choice. Stealing second base. He gets caught Trying to see if he can get that team lead back. It doesn't work in that instance. And here we are going up to the top of the 8th inning, letting Gilbert still do his thing here. Still has not let a run come across. And there goes Xavier Isaac getting the first run of the game for either team, a solo home run. And just like that, the innings are starting to get tighter. We get out of it, and they still have Taj Bradley in as well. They're going to go to their bullpen now here with the 1-0 lead. And we'll jump in if things start to get a little bit close here as we go down. Looks like, ooh, there goes Carson Williams with a base hit here. And he's trying to steal for second, and he gets caught. So Logan Gilbert here. We've only given up one. Pitch count is low. Look at the stamina still in the green. So why not see if he can go give us another inning here. Pitch to contact, gets us a line out. Strikeout. It gets another solo home run there to Taylor. And then an error for Far. And it's time to just go ahead and just get somebody else in to get this last out before this really blows up his first start here. So 8 2/3, 2 earned runs, 9 strikeouts was not bad at all. And then Jose Hernandez gives up a walk right behind it. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the game here. And what we're looking to do is just get Christopher Morel down so we can try to get these 2 runs back here in the bottom of the 9th. Jose Hernandez, one of our strongest lefties last season and in the postseason. One of the best at going up against righties and getting the strikeouts that we need when we need them. As he sets down the batter there, and they're going to bring in Camilo Duval. Didn't save games for them last year. In fact, he had 3 opportunities to and failed every single one. So that could be good insight here. So we're starting out with the bottom 9, 1, 2. Mashaw will just watch that one go over the plate for a strikeout here. We're going to go with the bunt attempt here to Sal. Trying to get something moving. Throw goes over to first base. We'll get him in time. And then Tobias Logan trying to keep the game going here for us. Gets a cutter down low. Gets it out to the outfield. That's our base hits. First game, first multi-hit game. And the only one in this lineup looking like he wants to win so far is Henry. Now has a runner on. And will come up as the tying run here. Swings and a miss through the slider in on the hands. After the sinker down the middle, I didn't know what to expect there. I thought maybe he might just lay another cutter over the plate, but instead, confused me there with that slider. The Rays walk out of here winning opening day, already looking like they're going against their projections as we come out of this one slacking. Only 6 hits total, 2 errors too for us. Great start by Logan Gilbert, but 2 solo home runs is all it took and 2 errors. I got to see who caused both of these here for us. So Nolan got one, and Carson got the other in his first time letting him play some short, already causing an error over there. That's not a good look. So we're going to come back into things here for game 2. Other new addition, Christian Javier. Not a good win-loss record last year, but ERA was in a decent spot, whip in even a better spot, and he had a pretty good spring. So we'll see what he can do in his first start here in an Angels uniform by player locking against Tobias Logan and seeing how this game goes. So I really do like Logan's swing, though, after playing a couple games with him here. I mean, the swing feels smooth. It's one of the smoothest right-handed swings that we've had that I can imagine playing with. It just feels smooth, like even clicking the ball, even the outs just feel smooth. You see that slider, goodly time there, just on top of it. Chopped it right into the dirt. I love the little like wind up that he does with the bat when he's about to swing. Just kind of whoop. Chopped this one on the ground too as well, but the second baseman can't handle it. He's gonna fumble that and not even try to throw it over as Logan is able to go to get on the base pass here with that E4. We'll look to see if that mistake here gets something started as they want us to take off for second. Henry has not yet seen a pitch here, so Logan's going to take off with a pitch. A little bit of a slow start, but that ball's in the dirt. Slide comes in and no throw down as the catcher could not handle it. And that puts him at second base with a great position now to do something. Chopper on the ground. We start off to third. We'll go ahead and come back here, distracting the shortstop to come over to second. And because of that, Henry makes it over to first. They're going to give him a base hit on that. And now we've got runners at first and second here. Mike Trout lines this one over to third base. He goes over to second for one. Throws it over to first, and the throw will keep him off the bag. Fielder's choice with an E6 on that one. I don't know who was covering the bag. But now we have runners at the corners after Ohapi lines that one to third base. And then Nolan pops this one out to left field. Deep back, and it'll be gloved in on the run. So far, a young prospect here has looked pretty good, though, in his rookie year. I got to say, I can't wait to see what he does more of here at the DH spot. I don't know if we'll see him get into the field too often here or not. As that ball once again Guess he's just attacking the weak point in the defense. Every ball he's hit so far has been opposite field over there towards that second base gap. As this one will throw back at the first, and he's still in there. That 92 speed by Henry is dangerous as they try to double it up. Did not work. We actually go ahead and get a run and capitalize off that, but in the same breath, Javier gives up 2 in the top of the 7th. So we are still down here 2-1. Give up a solo home run there by Ben Joyce. And it is now 3-1 here going to the bottom of the 8th. Keegan Aiken coming out of the bullpen to face off against Logan. It's 1 for 3 on the day as that one chops back. Foul. Can he make it another multi-hit game in back-to-back days?
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and a miss at the 4-seamer up and away. And the Rays walk out of here winning back-to-back games. So that is a 2-0 start for Tampa Bay. As Christian, another good start here. 7 innings. Only 2 earned runs given up here. Offense, just 5 hits again. Looking cold. Only 2 extra base hits. And it's kind of like just the middle of the lineups. The only ones kind of getting things done for us here. So 2 earned, 9 Ks there for Christian Javier. You guys can see what my custom game setups are going to be like for the season. High opportunity importance, but starting at the 5th inning so we can kind of get more games in at 87 games played. We end up winning the next game out though, 6-2, so we don't get swept by Tampa Bay and have a chance to tie the series. The offense wakes up here, 12 hits. Or no, that was them 7 hits for us. We didn't get to go off like that, but we did get 3 RBIs from Mike Trout, 2 from Henry's. They both go yard for us today. Tobias Logan picks up his first RBI too as well. And Tanner Houck, 6 innings, only 4 Ks in his first start, but kept the ball on the ground, was able to get out of there despite giving up 9 hits. And we're able to walk out of this with a dub with the bullpen closing things down and Jordan Romano getting a 2-out save there for us. In game 4, we do end up losing those 0-2. Only 4 hits by our offense, 2 of them coming from Carson Williams here. And Max Schumann comes into the game again. I noticed it last time, but he's playing a lot of second base. And it was after this that I noticed that it's because Zach Neto does not have second base as a secondary position. Anytime I have him play there, they automatically switch him out. I didn't feel like changing his position because he actually hasn't played any second. So we end up just moving him back to shortstop, moving Carson Williams back to second, and we'll figure it out again if the defense starts to look bad. But Carson Williams did almost win a Gold Glove at second base, so we're going to let it ride. So we're going to go ahead and get through the rest of the month of March. I told you we're going to go through pretty quickly. And we're going to try to get through this last Baltimore series here. As we see, we're 3-5 coming out of March. Lose this game here to go ahead and set up for the scouting, but it does not look too good. The offense is finally starting to wake back up, but through that Pittsburgh series, you see the pitching slacked in our 2 losses here. 9 hits as a squad. Max, again, coming into the game. It looks like you're playing third this time, though, so probably just helping Matt Shaw get some relief. Does get a triple. Trout gets another home run. And Samuel, 2 outs, 7 earned runs. And he gave up 7 total batters. 2 walks, 5 hits, no hit by pitches. Everybody that he just allowed on scored. A 94 ERA is not how I wanted to look at somebody that was top 3 for Rookie of the Year voting last year. Now, when we did come away with the win here, you see the offense once again looking strong. Matt Shaw comes back in for another home run. Zach Neto getting an error there at shortstop. And Logan Gilbert, strong second start. 8 innings, not as many Ks this time, but 8 strong shutout innings there for us. Following day, though, Christian Javier had this start. We gave him 5 runs of support, but he gave up 4 and the bullpen gave up the last 3. So if they even just shut the door after him, we probably would have still got the win. Going 4 innings there, wouldn't have gave it to him though. So a couple good starts there by our new guys. The returners are the ones struggling here today, especially Samuel with that terrible start there. So we'll have to see what his second start looks like to see, you know, are we going to make any early adjustments or moves as the bullpen is looking okay too as well. Jordan Romano even looking a little slumpish here as he's giving up an earned run or 2. Lineup wise, Sal needs to figure it out here at the top of the lineup, but I'm very impressed with everything else that the lineup is doing despite his early struggles here. 194 on base isn't even helping, but Logan 314, Henry 281 with 2 home runs. Looks like he's back to top form. Trout's back to top form, 346, 2 home runs. Even Logan's not too bad at 241, and then Carson at 296. So everybody's not doing too bad. There's Matt Shaw's hitting under 100. 2 hits and one of them being a home run is not a good look. Max is even struggling off the bench. The entire bench actually is struggling. Roman, Robert, and Victor. So looking to see if we might need to make some early moves already. and looking at the AAA level, possibly maybe starting pitcher. Relievers is going to be an area that we kind of look at too to kind of fix up here, as we are looking at scouting. Now, we're not going to focus too much on scouting here, at least showing you guys the scouting. We'll kind of show you guys any major players that stand out or any major weekly news, but for the most part, it'll be basically about gameplay, and you guys will see the draft when it comes through, because that's all that really matters. So, I mean, I will be looking at major infield positions like first, maybe third, and I definitely want to look at center field here, especially with how Sal's playing right now, and noticing that we have no real depth here in that center field spot. We have right, we have left, but we don't have anybody in center. So what I'm going to do here is focus on relief pitching, first base, and center field. Those will be our key main focuses. And we already do have a scout that's focused on pitching and 2 scouts that are focused on position players. So that's already set up good for us. Now it's just a matter of time of finding which areas, regions, or players I need them to focus on. So 98 efficiency of my top guy, but he's our pitcher guy. So we're kind of looking at relievers. Now looking at the top of the list here, we have a center fielder off rip here at number 6 overall on the boards. A first baseman at 10 and 11. So that's good. Back-to-back spots there. Of course, relievers are going to be mid-tier. Another center fielder here at 21 and 22. So now we just kind of need to look to see if they're in the same areas, which center field looks like not so much. So that might be a position where we kind of look at it player by player. First base, I'm seeing the top 2 guys are both in the central region, and even 3 of the top 4 in the central. So we'll probably focus on the central first basemen first, just get them all scouted all at once. And then relief pitching wise, I'm seeing a lot here, at least starting off early. Up in the east, 3 of them there, 4 there, 3, 4 in the central, 5 in the east. So we'll probably just kind of bounce back and forth between relief pitchers in the east and international. And then get Mary here with the 91 efficiency, 94 on position players. We'll have them do the wider range, so first base in the central. And then our last scout here, we'll have them go ahead and focus on center fielders by position, by player. The first one I wanted to look at here was Walter Lee. Great contact, vision, speed, and defense. Not really going to be a power guy, but I liked the spread there of a lot of blue, as opposed to somebody like Rob Worley, who looks like he'll be like an all-around hitter. So we'll just kind of see where Walter Lee kind of fits in on the board. Move him up to number 1 so we get that XP and motivation boost. And get into our last game here today, as we have the Orioles finishing up their series. So far, we are 0-3 or 0-2 against them and trying to avoid being swept, as it's Samuel's last start here to try to lower that ERA. We're down under 17, which is good. Under 15, under 14, as he gives up 2 home runs. It goes right back closer to 20 right after we gave him a 2-run lead. So can he at least make it through 5 innings of work here today? And he will. Looking at his 6th inning here. Stamina's still about halfway. Gives up a walk there to Henderson. Sack bunt moves him over. Base hit, scores another one. So through another double there, puts him at 2nd and 3rd. Yeah, it's time to go ahead and get him up out of there. Looks like only 5 1/3 innings of work here today. A lot longer than last time, but we are going to actually look here to bring in not one of our main relievers, but actually Jordan Wicks, because I might end up replacing him with Wicks in the rotation. So I want to see what he can do there for us. So he ends up getting us out of that inning before giving up to the very next one. And it's not looking good for really either of our 2 options. He gives up a 3rd one there. It is now 6-2. So I'm going to go ahead and get him up out of there after that solo run. Let Luke Little come in and just kind of finish this game out, please. As we try to look to get some offense, if something can get going, maybe we can jump into the game late still. Little will get us out of that top half. Mike Trout leading off for the bottom as they bring in John Curtis. Strikeout, ground out, pop out. And the Orioles take us down 6-2, man. So not the way that we thought we would have started the season out here, as I will be giving at least a spot start here to Wicks and seeing if he can do anything different. But we'll be looking down here at AAA. That's like George Glasson, already starting out with a 1.69 ERA through his first 2 starts. Xander Muth looking pretty good in his first 2 starts, 3.09 ERA and 11 2/3. And Dave Stewart even performing pretty good in his first start here. 7 innings, 2 earned, 7 strikeouts. Got a quality start in there too with a win. So maybe he's getting close to his MLB debut. We'll have to see. As far as the lineup goes, I'm liking what Omar and Zach and Kelly are all doing. Looks like we have some real prominent hitters down there. Batting 308 is good. Andrew Benintendi here at 310, 2 homers, 5 RBIs. That's why my lineup looked a little bit different. I thought somebody was missing. Maybe moving him with Roman Anthony, letting Anthony get some more time at AA to develop might be the move. Getting somebody else off the bench that's more sure-handed. Alexander Canario here too as well, batting .429 and can play first base. So maybe that could also be another move we made to move Robert Hassel III. We could be looking at 3 moves here. One in the rotation and 2 on the lineups here that could actually make this team a little bit better this early. You don't really see a whole lot of early moves, April moves, but we're going to make a couple. And we're going to make a couple here right now, moving Christian Moore and Franklin Kern, who we just recently got. Both killing it on the bench, but for some reason are on the bench and not in the starting lineup. So I'm going to move them both into the starting roles here. Kind of move Christian Moore to second base so the same thing doesn't happen. They kick him out automatically. But next time out, we're going to get deeper into the season, kind of go through April, possibly May, and maybe even into June. As like I told you, we're going to go through the season pretty quick, but looking to bounce back from this 3-7 start and kind of fight back towards the top of this league. We're not scared though. We started out last year slow and slowly took back that lead from the Mariners there in the last month or two. So this team can come back and do it. It's just whether the offense and pitching can get in alignment at the same exact time and catch a hot streak. So if you guys are enjoying the series, leave a like, comment, subscribe for your boy. If you guys are enjoying the Road to Glory, make sure you guys show some love over there. Dynasty coming soon and Madden gameplay coming soon too as well when I come back from my trip. Because right now you guys are watching this and I am not here. This has been pre-recorded. So hope you guys are enjoying the series though. Loving everything. Love every single one of you guys that are subscribed to the channel. Twinkie Boy SGG, aka the King of Games, aka GM Smooth. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.